Well, welcome back to the Little French Homestead. My name is Sherry, and if you are new, welcome. Today, we are going to go ahead and be making two of the same dump and bake casseroles. These are going to be chicken Alfredo rice casseroles. Now, yesterday, I had gone and cooked in my big 18-gallon or quart stock pot some chicken thigh legs. They had them over on sale, buy one get one free at Publix. So I knew I was making this recipe today, so I pre-cooked some up, and then I got a whole bunch of fresh delicious chicken broth that I'm going to be needing for this. Now we're going to have one for dinner tonight. I'm going to put one, I'm going to cook them both, but I'm going to set one after it cools in the freezer. Then that way I have a meal. I need to start getting a little bit more ahead on that. Right now I just have a whole bunch of meals in the refrigerator that I need to then do something with. The only thing I have is the lemon garlic chicken that we had done the other day. Other than that, I have no actual meal prep. It's been a while. I'd like to go ahead and get back into that. If you are new here, I am a little bit out of breath. We've been running around doing some errands and stuff inside the house. We were planning on selling. We decided not to. So over the last 2 weeks, we've been having to bring everything back from my mom and dad's house, and hence me out of breath. We're having to stock and refill everything back on the rooms, pictures all up and everything. So with that, I am a little bit out of breath, but it is 4 o'clock and I need to get dinner done as my husband is going to be leaving to go to work in an hour and a half. So I've got 2 cups of already cooked chicken. Now, if you don't have the time to do this, that is perfectly fine. You could still go ahead and just get a rotisserie chicken that's already pre-done up for you. Pull everything off the bones and do this here. I've already done all the work because I wanted all of this done here with my broth. I have my directions right here. So I got 2 cups chicken. We're going to add 1 cup rice. I've got some jasmine rice, but you can use long grain or just plain white. And I'm pretty much just going to use this all up. And now it's going to be 3 cups of broth. That is 2. And that's probably a good 3. That worked out perfect. I did not know that these were 3 cups. I had a few more here on the extra, just in case. I was going to go ahead and do some canning of this chicken broth, but just because I knew I was going to make these, I did not want to go ahead and can any because I didn't know how much I was going to go ahead and use. There are a couple of other recipes. I totally forgot to take down the Gouda cheese for one of those. It is still frozen, so I cannot make that today. So that's why I said, well, I'll just make 2 of these. I'll eat one tonight and we'll put one again for later. All right, so we got 3 cups broth, 1 cup of store-bought or homemade Alfredo. I am just using the store-bought. It is the Bertello. It has no other seasonings in here. You most certainly can make your own if you wanted to, or if you already have some, maybe like from a previous recipe that you need to use up, go for it. I did not have any, so I knew I was just gonna go ahead and do this. Now, if you wanna add any frozen vegetables, peas and carrots will go great into this. I am not We are gonna actually have a salad on the side. Now it does call for a half a teaspoon of garlic. I'm just gonna go almost to a full teaspoon. We like garlic in this house. This is my homemade Italian. I can link the recipe down below. This also calls for a half a teaspoon, but I'm just gonna go ahead and give it a full. I'm gonna do some salt and pepper to taste. Now, I have not salted or peppered my broth, as I do not like to do that because I don't know what I'm gonna be using it in. So I'm just gonna go ahead and just add a little bit more salt and pepper if I need to once it's done baking. I am totally okay with that. I just never know what I'm going to use this for, and I really hate to go ahead and salt and pepper that when I didn't want to, or if a recipe is already has some salt in it. I don't want to over salt. Now if you also salt yours, that's great. You can also do very little salt in it, consider it low sodium. This smells incredible already. All of those smells and the spices and the flavors combining together. Now this does also suggest if you wanted to add some cooked bacon on it, you sure can. I did not have any pre-cooked bacon. I am not gonna do 8 slices of bacon for this. Again, my bacon is frozen. I was not planning to use bacon for this anyway. You want to make sure that all the rice is absorbed, because now what you're going to go ahead and do is after you've thoroughly mixed this together, you're going to go ahead and cover on aluminum foil, put it in the oven for about 45 minutes. At about 45 minutes, you're going to take it out and you're going to remove the foil. Make sure the rice is thoroughly cooked. Then you're going to go ahead and add about a cup of cheese all on top. Then you're going to go ahead and bake it again for another 15-20 minutes, just to make sure that the cheese is all ooey gooey and bubbly, and everything is obviously all cooked thoroughly. All right, I'm going to foil this up. We're going to put it in the oven, and I'll bring you back along when we are all done. And I do like to cook these before obviously you freeze them. That way it's not going to take as long. And I'm going to put one on this side, and I'm going to put one on that side. I'm going to set the timer for about 20 minutes, and then I'm going to go ahead and flip around so then that way they can get equal distribution. And we'll see you back in about 45 minutes. Alrighty, so we're going to go ahead and take this out. This should be enough time frame. I did go ahead and give them a little bit of a switch. I do need to add the cheese on one of them. Now, I'm not going to add the cheese onto this one here. This one here, we're just going to go ahead and allow this to cool completely. When we're ready to eat it, I will heat it up, and then I will add cheese onto it when it's about ready. I did give this a little stir a few moments ago, and it was delicious. I took a little taste, and the rice is thoroughly cooked. Now it just calls for like about a cup of cheese. I'm just going to give it a nice little topping. And what I'll probably do, so I don't forget, is I'll probably take a little bit of cheese out of here. When this is cooled, I'll wrap them together so then that way I don't run out of cheese. And then I don't forget that we wanted to add cheese to it. So we're just gonna prop this back in the oven for about 10 to 15 until that is nice and bubbly. All right, it's finally ready now. This looks absolutely divine. Look at that. Those are some big, beautiful, crispy pieces. I'm gonna go ahead and just take off a little chunk for right now. Oh, look at that ooey gooey. Look at that. Man, that was my wonderful son. He's playing a game. He's gonna be coming out in a few, but that's all right. This is super, super hot. I did taste it before I added the cheese on and stuff, and the rice and everything was perfectly fine. The other one was still kind of crispy, so I had made sure I put them both back in, mixed up the liquid a little bit more just to even it all out. Hot, bro. Oh, really good. I'm gonna get my little bit of water right here. This is super delicious. I'm gonna link the recipe down below. I'm glad that I made an extra one for another night that I don't want to go ahead and cook. I just want to say thank you so much today for joining me, and if you like these videos, please make sure you go ahead and like, share, ring that notification bell so you can go ahead and get instant alerts when I go ahead and drop a new video. I am going to try to be dropping videos 3 times a week. I'm going to try to drop them on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. I know I had a video that came out on Sunday. We were moving some stuff around from my mom's house. Just did not have time to get it all done. But those are my days that I'm going to go ahead and go back. Instead of going every other, I like to go back to my Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. So if you want to go ahead and see more of my stuff, please go ahead and subscribe. Again, thank you for being here. Thank you for being you. And keep on cooking. Bye.